I'm still getting thanked for coming out and talking about depression. It's helped so many other people. And I'm like, but it's such a bigger deal than just talking about, hey, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
Because he's so busy right now, it's hard for him to get a moment to relax.
Coming into the 2021 season, the intensity, all the media, trying to balance all that has been super tough. And you start to blame yourself for not getting the job done.
In a sport that has long been dominated by white men, Bubba Wallace is a trailblazer. He is the first black driver to win a NASCAR Cup Series race since 1963, and he has used his platform to speak out against racism and inequality. However, today, we won't be talking about his on-track antics. Instead, we have a fascinating story to share with you about NASCAR's trailblazer. Bubba Wallace and his love story have captured hearts both on and off the racetrack. And in this video, we will dive into the incredible journey of Wallace and his wife, Amanda Carter.
Amanda asked me to talk about being married for a long time. So, it's one of my favorite things to talk about, but today I want to talk about my very favorite thing, cars. Specifically, classic cars. Because being married for a long time is a lot like having a classic car. I think about that a lot when I look at my lovely wife, Luana, of 35 years. You know, if you have a classic car, you don't take it for granted, right? You don't assume it's always going to work.
That's right.
We got to take care of it. You got to tinker with it. You got to listen to it. It's not a lot of work, but you do it every day. And those days turn into weeks, and those weeks turn into years, and if you're lucky, they turn into decades. And when everybody sees it, they'll say, man, wish I had one of those.
Bubba Wallace, the NASCAR star boy, has had an extraordinary journey in the world of racing. From his humble beginnings to becoming a household name in the racing circuit, Bubba's talent and charisma have taken him far. However, his journey hasn't exactly been smooth sailing.
I was definitely in rough times there. It was Kansas, so whatever race that was, 10, 12 on the schedule. And they were like, what's going on? You seem different. And I'm like, I'm depressed. That's simple as that. And then for weeks and weeks, and even to this day, I'm still getting thanked for coming out and talking about depression. It's helped so many other people. And I'm like, but it's such a bigger deal than just talking about, hey, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going through this, and days are dark and days are long and quiet and lonely, and people are like, I've never been able to come out and talk about that. And I don't have the time to sit down with them and be like, why? Just talk about it.
But one thing that has been constant throughout his highs and lows is his love story with Amanda Carter. After all, Bubba Wallace and Amanda Carter's relationship is a beautiful tale of high school friends turned soulmates. The duo's story began in Northwest Cabarrus High School in North Carolina, where Bubba was a sophomore and Amanda, a freshman. However, unlike those dreamy movies, it wasn't exactly love at first sight. In fact, during her conversation with People magazine, Amanda recalled how Bubba used to try to cheat off of her in Spanish class.
We were in Spanish class in high school, and we sat near each other. I don't remember first meeting, but he would always try to cheat. We were friends. There was 3 or 4 of us that did all of our projects together, and he always would try to cheat off my exams because I was much smarter than he was.
On the other hand, Wallace confessed that he was mesmerized by Carter.
I just remember seeing her, and I was like, well, she's beautiful.
Although the two of them didn't hit it off immediately, they remained friends during their youth. However, love wasn't exactly on their minds yet. In fact, Amanda even attended Bubba's prom with someone else.
It never worked out. It never hit or landed in high school. I even went to his prom with somebody else from his school.
But fate had other plans. After high school, Bubba's racing career took off, and Amanda stayed in touch. They began nurturing their relationship from a distance, using phone calls to bridge the gap. And then came a pivotal moment in their love story. During Amanda's senior year spring break, Bubba invited her to join him in Las Vegas.
It was my senior year spring break, and I didn't have plans at the time. And he was like, well, I'll be out in Vegas while you're on spring break. Do you want to come? And I said, no, and then he asked a few times again, and I eventually said yes. I was like, well, I have to get to know him more if we're going to be on vacation for a week together. And we started dating when we got out to Vegas, because we had been talking so much. We had really started to really like each other.
They started dating during that trip, and their love grew stronger with each passing day. After 5 years of dating, Bubba Wallace proposed to Amanda in July 2021, and they tied the knot on New Year's Eve 2022 in a beautiful ceremony in North Carolina.
And I vow to love you forever without conditions or reservations with the kind of love that you deserve, for richer, for poorer, and in sickness and in health. I'm so excited and proud to call you my husband. I love you.
Bubba and Amanda have managed to navigate the challenges of Bubba's busy NASCAR schedule. However, things haven't always been smooth sailing. Especially owing to the busy schedule, constant stress, and scrutiny Wallace has to go through every single day.
So much pressure and from the outside. You know, for me, I know the circumstances that we're in. We're a small team going up against the big dogs, and it's tough. I have great partners behind me. Worldwide Tech is our primary sponsor for this year. They do a handful of races, and the founder is African-American Dave Stewart. He's definitely helped out a lot. There's been multiple times where I've sat in the meetings, and he says, I'm not helping the race team, I'm helping you, and he points at me. And I was like, I haven't really had that ever, and that makes you feel good, pulls on the heartstrings a little bit, knowing that you got a guy like that with that much power willing to bend over backwards for me is big. So he's trying to help us prolong the career and have a successful journey.
But looks like the couple has a way to get through that.
Because he's so busy right now, it's hard for him to get a moment to relax, watch a movie. He's a movie fanatic.
From Monroe. You went to Monroe? No, I went to Jefferson. What movie is that from? Life.
I knew that.
No, you didn't?
Yes,
You've
I
never
did.
even seen Life.
I have seen it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Give me a line from it. Not that one.
Jefferson?
Amanda, a financial analyst, and Bubba make the most of their time together, cherishing each moment. And their family has expanded with the addition of a furry friend, Asher, the Aussie Doodle pup. Amanda, who initially had reservations about getting a dog, now proudly calls herself Asher's mom. Bubba Wallace and Amanda Carter's love story reminds us that even in the fast-paced world of NASCAR, true love can find its way. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more heartwarming stories like this. Until next time, this is NASCAR in and out on Essentially Sports. Keep the pedal to the metal.